Hi, Attorney Josh LeRoy here discussing stand your ground and self-defense in Florida. In Florida, a person has a right to protect themselves or someone else from harm. The question is whether or not the person who used the force or defended themselves thought that somebody else was going to harm them or was going to harm somebody else. In those circumstances, a person has a right to defend themselves. Stand your ground alleviates the need to retreat or to avoid conflict before utilizing that self-defense or before using self-defense. The stand your ground law also enables a judge to dismiss a case pre-trial based on a filing of a motion to dismiss asserting self-defense. Essentially, when an accused argues self-defense pre-trial, a motion is necessary and the judge has a mini-trial. And at that mini-trial, the state has to prove that the accused did not act in self-defense. That's a very hard burden for the state to prove. That's a very high burden for the state to prove. Stand your ground is a very powerful defense, and it's open to any person in Florida who was not engaged in criminal activity at the time they used self-defense. Regardless of what a judge does or rules in regards to a stand your ground motion to dismiss hearing, a person has the ability at trial to argue self-defense to the jury. Again, in that circumstance, the state attorney has to prove that the person was not acting in self-defense at the time that they utilized the force. If you or someone else you know has been charged with a crime or is being investigated for a crime for which self-defense was utilized, for instance, the other party in a bar fight punched you first. In a domestic violence situation, the alleged victim started the argument and put their hands on you first. The other party pushed you. The other party pulled out a gun on you. The other party threatened to harm you or harm your family members. In all of those situations, self-defense is a very strong and powerful defense and should be utilized and should be asserted. There is no risk to a stand your ground motion to dismiss. So if you or someone you know has been charged with a crime or being investigated for a crime for which self-defense is a viable defense, please contact me at 561-290-2730.